What's up guys, my name is Abel and welcome to my YouTube channel starting over in Spain. As you guys know, we're a family of 4 that moved from the States to Spain about a year ago. And in actually my first video, I gave the reasons why we left the States and we came over here. If you guys haven't seen it, please go check it out. It's only 8 minutes. In this video, we're gonna talk about visiting Spain for the first time, and we actually got to see everything we had looked up online to see if we actually liked it enough to move here. At the end of the video, I'm gonna give you the top 10 things I learned from our visit and pretty much the exact moment me and my wife thought that this might be the place for us. So as you guys know from my last video, we were gonna move using that non-lucrative visa. So we actually found a relocation specialist in Valencia that were gonna help us with the visa, but not only that, but they were gonna help us with the move itself, like finding an apartment, like finding school for the kids, which neighborhoods to live in. So even though the relocation specialist was in Valencia, we're actually looking at Alicante to live there. Why? We're not really sure. We didn't want a big city, we wanted a small city, but I don't know, Alicante seemed like the best place at that time. So our trip was actually 10 days, 3 cities, Madrid, Valencia, and Alicante. So let's get to it. Starting with Madrid was beautiful. We stayed at the Rui Plaza Hotel right in the center. And the first shocking thing was the architecture. It was just amazing. It was a different vibe. It was cold too, so we had come from South Florida, which was hot. So having a change of weather was really good. We liked the cold. And it was just, like I said, the vibe. Everything was just felt good, pretty, like clean. I don't know. It was just, everything was so different. There were so many people outside all the time. It felt amazing. So guys, keep in mind that even though we're tourists, we're looking through the eyes of people who actually want to live here. So little things like the way people behave, the outside atmosphere, that's the kind of things we're looking at. If it was good enough for us to raise our kids there, that's the kind of thing we're looking at. And Madrid, we fell in love with Madrid almost immediately. As you guys can see here, we are walking in the Royal Palace, and let me paint a picture for you, even though you see it here, so you can like pretty much understand it better. So to our right was the Royal Palace, right? Palacio Real, which was beautiful. To our left was this guy playing the violin in the middle of the place, and he's playing the song My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion, the Titanic song. So you got the Royal Palace to your right, Celine Dion playing in the left, and in front of you is this amazing sunset. Like my wife had teary eyes. It was just, it's gonna sound corny. It's one of those things that you had to be there. But for us, it just felt happy. Like we were happy to be there. Like we belonged there. As crazy as that sounds. So we actually left Madrid in love. We started thinking about, okay, where are we gonna live here? We started looking at Idealista, which is like the Zillow of Spain. And we started thinking about where we're gonna live, or what apartment, how much it's gonna be, if we live in the center. We started doing all that. So as we take our train to Valencia, we're still high on Madrid, which was kind of a mistake because we didn't appreciate Valencia for what it was when we first saw it. Looking back at it now, Valencia was beautiful. It wasn't that many people. They were kind of at the beginning stages of preparing for Christmas lights. Like I said, we were there early December. So the weather was nice, the vibe was awesome, but we were still looking at Madrid as the place. We visited a couple of places, with great views, as you can see here. We went to the aquarium. Altogether, Valencia was perfect. We had the appointment with the relocation specialist, and it didn't come out good, to be honest. Long story short, we didn't like it that much. We didn't like the person who was doing it. We didn't connect. It felt more like she was pushing that on us. Plus it turned out to be like $5,000, 5,000 euros actually, which is way more than, it was almost $6,000 for the whole visa and the moving thing, which we thought it was a lot. I mean, at that point we were like, okay, they're doing a lot for us, but still like $6,000, 5,000 euros. It's still a lot of money. So we left Valencia with a sour taste in our mouth, not because of the city itself, but because of the whole relocation specialist appointment, which was a mistake on our part. But it's just natural to feel that way after somebody tells you that for you to move here, you have to pay $6,000. So our last city we actually drove to, instead of taking the train, we drove to Alicante, which was the place that we thought we were gonna like the most. It's by the coast too, by the beach, which me and my wife, we don't really care for. We, being born in Cuba and raised in Miami, having the ocean close to you means nothing to me. I'd rather have a mountain view than an ocean view. That's my opinion. I know some of you guys prefer the other way around. Now, by this point, we had forgotten about the idea of living in Madrid, because we started doing a little bit of research when we had never had time off, and we saw that raising kids in Madrid, it felt like it was going to be too much. Like moving to a new country and then moving to the capital of the country, which is the biggest, with the biggest population, with kids that don't know Spanish, it was going to make everything harder. Plus, it's more expensive. An apartment we're looking at was way more expensive than any other cities around it. So we decided, even though we loved it, we decided no to Madrid. So we were in Alicante and we didn't love it. Again, enough to live there. We liked visiting and we liked how it played out, how everything was, but we didn't like it enough to live there. The trip ended and we still didn't have a place. We knew we were gonna move to Spain, but we still didn't know where. So with that being said, now let me give you the top 10 things I learned from our visit to Spain. Now, this is not the top things I know so far or the biggest shocking things, because now living in Spain for more than a year, I know there are way more shocking things than this, but this is for 10 days, 10 top things that I learned. So number one is the schedule. Closing in the middle of the day and staying open late at night. I mean, quick example, we arrived in Valencia like at 2:30 p.m. We arrived at the hotel like at 3, and we were starving and everything was closed. Everything was closed. It was a shocking to us. We didn't know that until like, again, late at night, which comes to thing number 2, I guess. Dinners start late there, like 8:30, 9 p.m. plus. If you want to eat dinner, that's how it starts. You get there at 9 p.m., you get a drink here and there. By the time you start eating, it's 10 p.m. easily, which is, again, shocking. Number 3, Spanish people, or Spaniards, I guess you can say, are super proud of their city, wherever they live. One of the ways to figure out things about the city itself is whenever we take a taxi. I used to talk to the taxi drivers a lot. They are usually middle-aged men, Spain, really hardcore, proud people, and they love their city. Like people from Madrid think Madrid is the best and it has everything. People from Valencia think the same way. They wouldn't want to move to Madrid. For people from Valencia and Alicante, the same thing. They're super proud and super happy about their own community, it was cool to see. Number 4, and this is good for us, parks everywhere. Very kid friendly. I mean, you could be walking in the middle of the street and randomly there will be a park with a few kids playing and a few families just sitting in benches watching the kids play. What's up, guys? So I don't know why I skipped over number 5, but here it is. Number 5 is kids are kids. And what I mean by that is kids over there seemed more innocent and naive. Now, I don't know what it was. I mean, you just didn't see them with their face glued to a tablet. They were always outside playing again with the playgrounds, socializing with other kids. And they just felt more, it felt more natural, more relaxing, I guess. Anyways, back to the video. Number 6, at the cafes and the terrace that people, and the bars that you see all the time in all the movies and shows and stuff, they don't actually eat there, which was a problem for me because I eat a lot, and every time I sit down, I don't just want to have a cup of coffee and some olives. No, I want a full meal and get full. And it was a problem because, again, since it's in the middle of the day, what you're gonna get is some tapas, which is not to fill you up, which is like appetizers, little appetizers here and there. Some bread with olive oil and tomatoes, some olives, coffee, a wine or a beer. Which brings me to my next point, number 7. The Spanish people are low-key alcoholics. I mean, they are drinking all the time. And they have a caffeine problem. They're addicted to caffeine. Now, they're not drunk. At least I didn't see that many people drunk. Because, you just get a cup of wine or a glass of beer. But if you see 10 tables, 10 tables are going to have something to drink. Alcohol and coffee, that's just the way it is. Number 8, this was bad. A lot of people smoke in Spain. Smoking is all ages, all genders. It doesn't matter. 18-year-olds, 80-year-olds, females, it doesn't matter. They smoke and they smoke a lot. So being a lot of cafe places that you sit outside, if they're smoking, which they will be, you're gonna smell that. People are gonna be blowing smoke in your face. That was annoying. That was bad. Number 9, people are outside all the time. I thought that we were on holidays because on Tuesday and at 10 in the morning, there will be so many people outside drinking coffee or drinking wine. Or I was just thinking like, oh, these people don't work, or like what's going on? But apparently that's just the way life is. If you have free time, you're gonna go outside, you're gonna socialize, which is great. And the last one, number 10, people walk everywhere. And I'm used to it now, but back then, not only was it exhausting, but it was shocking. Like you would ask somebody, where is this at? And then they'll be like, oh, just take a walk there. And then you look on Google and it'll be like 20-minute walk. 20 minutes walk, which is not a lot right now. But back then, 20 minutes, family of 4, you got 2 kids, never having to walk anywhere pretty much. It was annoying, but the public transportation in Spain, it's great. There's buses everywhere. Every 2-3 minutes there's a bus. So that was good too. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's the top 10 things I learned. Altogether, 10 days, 3 cities. It cost us around $8,000, the trip. I know it's a lot, but a lot of days, 3 cities, and we're 4 people. So it is what it is. So in the next video, I'm going to talk about actually moving along with the non-lucrative visa, but we decided to do it ourselves. So I'm going to talk about what that process was like, how long did it take, how much it was, and the actual move itself, which there were some conflicting things for the kids starting school in the States and the starting school in Spain. A lot of risk involved. So we're gonna talk about that. So guys, make sure you like the video, subscribe, and give it a comment, man. Whatever you want. I mean, if you have any questions, if you agree with my list, if you think I'm missing something. If you don't agree with the list, I mean, let me know. Let me know in the comments, and we'll go from there. So, guys, thank you for watching, and I hope I see you in the next one. Deuces.